ready. I'm going to give everybody just a little bit of time for all of you that want to hop on here, just in case there are a few stragglers here. Hope you're all having a wonderful evening. It is 5, the live at 5. I'll go ahead and just kind of get things ready here while I'm waiting for y'all to pop on. I'm going to go ahead and just clean my brushes here while I've gotcha. Super cool. This is our Restore brush cleaner, and takes like literally 5 seconds to clean a brush. I just do a little squirt and then I rub. The brush is ready to go. It's pretty cool, you guys. I love this stuff. This is the best brush cleaner that I've ever used. And I don't have to wait for anything to dry, which is awesome. You can use it right away. The other cleaner that I had, I honestly just never really cleaned my brushes because I would have to wait for it to dry, and it just took forever. And this stuff smells amazing. If you guys hop on a little late, just let me know. Hashtag replay. Give everybody just a few more minutes here. A little more spray. Clean these brushes before I do my highlight and contour for you all. Okay, I think I'm ready to go here. So welcome everyone. If you are new and tuning in, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Melissa Simpson, and I am a beauty, health, and wellness enthusiast. If you have any questions along the way, don't hesitate to post a comment, and I'll either, if I can't get back to you during the video, I'll definitely get back to you afterwards. So, also shout out, let me know where you're tuning in from. I love to know where you guys are listening from, because I have a lot of people on my beauty page, and I want to know who all is tuning in and where you are tuning in from and what you're all doing this evening, other than tuning into my video. Okay, so let's get going here. So the video this evening is a highlight and a contour class, and it's featuring Maskcara Beauty makeup. So what I'm going to do is get started with my Stay Spray. And what I like to do, so this is like a primer, and this has an SPF in it, but what I like to do is just spray a little bit on my Perfection sponge, and then I just blend it all over my face. And this smells really good, you guys. It smells like the tropics. I love it. And it's so nice just to be able to, I found this summer that I used it so often, I just threw in like my beach bag, and I would just spritz it on, you know, every couple hours or so. You can use it on your kids too, your husband, if he prefers to use that. But it's so easy. It's nice that it's a spray. It's refreshing too. Cools you off. But anyway, so yeah, I'm using this as a primer with my Perfection sponge. So I'm just going in and just making sure it's all over my face first before I apply any of my highlight or contour. And the highlight and contour, because I get asked this a lot, you know, like, so with this makeup, I see that you guys have a highlight and contour, but what about the foundation? Well, the highlight and contour is the foundation. The cool thing is that it's all buildable, so you can make it just a light layer of makeup, or you can make it heavier if you want more of a glam look. And you get that dimension with this because you have your highlights, which is a lighter color, and your contours, where you're going to go in and lift your cheeks and slim out your face. So it's pretty cool. So anyways, that highlight and contour, those colors, that is your foundation. Okay, so now that I have my Stay Spray on, I'm going to get started here. And I'm going to start off with this is my 30-second hack brush. This is one that I usually always recommend. It's definitely a go-to. These are all double-sided, you guys. They're amazing and super, super soft. Love these. These are the best brushes that I've ever found. So anyhow, let's go in and start off here. So the makeup comes in these little tins for you guys that have not seen. They're awesome. There's just like this, and you pop them out, and then what you do once they're all the way out is put them in these cool little cassettes, you guys, and they all come in different various sizes and there's a lot now. They just came out with a bunch of new looks to these prints, so they're really cool. But so this is just one size, and these are the colors that I'm going to use in here, and looks like that. So I have all of my creams on one side and then all of my powders on another, because you don't want to get those mixed up together. It would create a big mess. But as you can see, there's a ton of different sizes. This is the smallest, which is the quad. It just comes with 4. And then this is the next size up here. So, like so. So you guys get the gist. So, anyhow, back to what I was talking about in the beginning. The brush. So, 30-second hack here. And what I like to do, I'm going to go ahead and start off. Sometimes I go back and forth with this. You'll find what works for you guys, but I'm going to start off with my highlight today. So I'm going to go in, and the highlight that I'm going to start off with is my little bit darker highlight, and it's going to be an amber color, or it's called amber. And so you guys can see that there. Hopefully the lighting is good, you guys. If it's not, let me know. Hi, Julie. Okay, and then I'm going to go in on this side, just right along my chin here. And a little bit of this goes a long ways, you guys. And like I said, it's buildable, so you can make it as thin or as thick as you like. Which is cool, because some people don't want real thick makeup, and then other people like that thicker effect. So you can get anything you want with this makeup, which I think is awesome, because most makeups I'm used to, you know, you get that one liquid layer and that's it. So, okay. So when I talk about the highlight, I like to use the letter I, and it's been a while since I've talked about this in a video. But if you picture, okay, so capital I, so this is going to be, so like so. So here, and then here would be the lower part of the eye. So you're going to use that darker color down and across, right by the eyebrows, and then across your chin. Does that make sense? Clear as mud? Okay. So now that I have that there, then I'm going to stick with I, but I'm going to, rather than talking about the letter I for the lighter color highlight, I'm going to talk about my actual eye. So I'm going to go in with a little lighter highlight. This is called Sunlit. And I like to go in with a lighter color because I have darker circles. So I like to cover those up. But I'm going to go in with my Sunlit and really brighten up my eyes here. And I love this look, you guys. This is so fun, just to brighten up these areas. Makes you look youthful. Okay, going to do the other eye here. And what I tend to recommend is just a pie shape. So picture that, just a little pie here. Lots of eyes going on here. The letter I, pie, your actual eye. So hopefully this makes it easier for you guys to remember. Okay. So I've got that there. And then what I like to go do is use my detail hack, which looks like this. And I'm going to use the smaller end, and I'm going to actually go in with a lighter color even and do a little bit more just right around my dark circles. This is Moonlit. And not everybody uses 3 colors. Most people 2. Sometimes people just use 1. But I really like to brighten up my under, well, just around my eye area. Okay. So if you guys are tuning in, let me know. Okay. So there, the eye is done. And then I'm going to go down. Just add a little bit of that lighter color on my nose here too, and up to really brighten this center area of my nose and my forehead. Okay, so now that I have that highlight, I'm going to turn my detail hack brush around, and I'm going to use my contour color, which my contour color that I like to use is olive. So, open this up here. Got all my different compartments because I got a lot of makeup. Okay, so this is gonna look funny, you guys, especially if you've never done this before. You're gonna be like, what in the world is this girl doing? Seriously, she looks like a clown. I promise we're gonna blend it all in and it's gonna look good. Okay, so I'm gonna start off at the cheeks here. So what I usually recommend is sucking in your cheeks, and you're just gonna go right underneath the cheeks. And this is meant to, you guys, lift your cheeks. You don't want it to come down too low under your cheek or close enough, you know, to your mouth either, because it's going to make you look really gaunt. You know, you don't want to look like you're starving. So I'm going to suck my cheek in here. And I'm going to just go in and just lift just right underneath that cheekbone. See that color there? And this color is really warm, you guys. I love this color. It's very pretty. Okay, and then we're going to go do the other side. And then I'm going to do underneath my chin here to slim out my face. Now you guys too, if you have a really, really slender face, you might not necessarily want to contour some of these areas if you don't want to make your face look slimmer. This is meant to really, you know, chisel areas. Okay, and then I'm going to go in and just add a little bit at the top of my forehead here, just to kind of make the forehead a little bit smaller. I don't have a huge forehead, so I'm only just kind of going to keep it at the top here. But for people that have a larger forehead, or maybe, you know, if you have a forehead and you're like, oh my gosh, this thing stands out and it really bothers me, then you would want to bring that contour down a little bit farther because it would make it look smaller. But like I said, I'm just going to put it right here at my hairline and kind of bring it down just a little bit. I hope you guys can see that okay there. Okay. And then I'm going to go in with my brush that's called the B Squared, or it's also the blush and bronzer brush. And I'm going to use, there are so many fun lip and cheek colors, you guys. And the cool thing is that there are various ones that look good on just one person. So I'm going to use one of my favorites, which is called Ruby today. And I'll show you guys here. It's beautiful. It's this one right there. Really pretty on. I really like it. It's definitely one of my favorites. Okay, now you can see how pigmented this color is. A little bit is going to go a long ways, you guys. So I'm just going to dabble it. You kind of want it, you know, right here if you smile, right here just in this apple area. And some people might like a little more blush than others, and that's fine. I actually am a blush girl. I love blush. I think it really, you know, makes you look awake and sun-kissed. So a little bit here. I'm just going to dabble it. And then I'm going to dabble on the other side. Okay, and then I'm going to blend. And then blend this side. These brushes are amazing for blending too, you guys. I seriously can't say enough about these brushes. They're amazing. Okay, starting to come to life here, yay. And I am going to contour my nose, you guys, too, but it is one of the hardest things to contour is your nose. And it takes some practice. If you have a broken nose or really crooked nose, I would recommend, unless you really, really want to practice, that you might want to stay away from the contouring just because it's so hard. Not that people can't do it by any means, but it's a tough one. Okay, so there's my blush, and now I'm going to go back in with that contouring of the nose. And I like to use my Detail Hack brush again. Okay, so I'm just going to go in just along the corner of my nose here, just with a very small line, just right up and down, and then along the other side here. And you guys don't feel bad if it takes a while for you you guys to get this because, like I said, it is the hardest area to contour. And if you guys have a really skinny nose, you really don't need to contour because that's what it's doing. It's slimming your nose out a little bit. So I don't do an abundant amount of, you know, contour on my nose because it's not really wide. It's actually fairly skinny most of the way down. So I just use a little bit here. Okay. And then what I like to go in and do, I'm just going to blend up. And if you guys make a mistake, this wipes off, you guys. Just use a little bit, you know, maybe just add a little bit of the highlight and blend up, and it'll blend it all in. So it's totally okay. This is really easy makeup to work with, you guys. Okay, so then I'm going to take that really light highlight that I have again and just put a little bit more right there. You guys see that? All of a sudden that just really pops. It looks awesome. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to go in and just blend here really well. I hear somebody at my door. Okay, so I feel like that's blended pretty good, you guys. You can blend with a brush. The other thing I like to blend with is this Perfector sponge. And what you always want to do with these sponges is just get them wet, and then you're just going to bring them out just so that they're, you want them to be wet, but you don't want them to be dripping wet. So that's another thing that you could blend with. Just get that a little wet, and then you would just blend up. Okay, so let's see here. On to the next adventure, which is one of my favorites, the bronzer. I love bronzer, you guys. I love, especially in the summer, you want to look sun-kissed. So I'm going to go back to that B-squared brush and just dabble a little bit on my brush here. Same thing, a little bit goes a long ways. And what I'm going to do is my cheek area here. Warm it up. Same thing on this side. Can you see that there, how that really warms it up? And then I like to go down and just kind of blend everything and do a little bit, that sounded funny, on my neck. I don't know if you guys heard that or not. I like touched my voice box. Okay, and then up right here along the sides of my forehead. Okay, and then just kind of blend all over a little bit on my nose. So the areas where you guys, where you're going to want to use the bronzer, where I like to use the bronzer, are areas that naturally stand out in the sun. So your nose, your forehead, your cheeks here. But I really like this, you guys. It really just kind of warms everything up and gives you a good, you know, goddess glow. Okay, so that's looking pretty good here. And I'll do my eyes too, you guys. Let's do that next. So, I'm not done with my face, but I'm going to move on to my eyes here. I'll do those last little touches at the very end. So we're going to do, I decided to do a couple of my favorites today, of course, because I want to show you guys my favorites. And so one of my favorites is the Sabrina. It's a shimmer eyeshadow right here. It's a real light one, but I really like to use that as a base layer just to add shimmer, and I really like to use that on the corner of my eye here. Okay. Same thing with the other eye here. And then, okay, so that looks pretty good. And then I'm going to go in with this color called Bubba. It's kind of a light brown. And I'm just going to use this on my lid, my actual eyelid. So you can see that color. It's really pretty there. Okay. And then next is one of my favorites. It is called Kin. And I would say it's kind of a purpley maroon color. It's really gorgeous on. And what I'm going to do with this color is, and this is my eyeshadow everything brush too, you guys. I'm just kind of going to form, like I said, really pigmented, so I always kind of go in and tap the brush. Just form like a little V shape here. And this is even more pigmented because I put a little bit of the Stay Spray on it. which I was going to tell you guys too before. So a lot of times what I do with the Stay Spray is I just spray it in the lid and then I'll dip it, the actual brush in the lid. And it really makes this good and extra pigmented here. Just kind of going to form a V here. Okay. And then I'm going to go in and blend here. One thing I love about this brush too. Look at that blending. Like, look how awesome that blends. It's so amazing. But it turns out so pretty. See? Beautiful. Love this color. Okay, let's do the other eye. Back to my V here. Just go right in the crease here. So I like to do this just on the corner of my eyes because I have deep set eyes, so I feel like this is a good way for me to go. I don't really like to do the real dark color like all the way across or all over my lower lid just because it makes me look, my eyes look more deep set. But that's just me personally, and at some point I'm going to go into detail with all those fun makeup tricks that you guys can do for different eye shapes. This is just the one that works for me really well. Okay, so let's see how that looks there. Good. Okay. Beautimous. All right, you guys. So, there are also a couple of different options for eyeliners. What I typically do for an eyeliner is use that Stay Spray, and I dip my brush in that Stay Spray and then take a darker eyeshadow and line my lids. The other thing you can do is use the cream-based contours, because there's some darker ones. So I'll show you here. This is my giant artist palette, but like this darker color here, I end up, got things falling here. I end up using a lot for like my eyebrows as well. So I'll just pop this one out so you guys can see it a little bit better. So that's Indigo. So you can see how I kind of dab in that one quite a bit and do it for my eyebrows, or like I said, or you can use it for your liner. So there's a lot of different options with this makeup, which makes it really fun as well. And you guys, some of this makeup, especially the ones you don't use very often, or don't use as often, are gonna last forever. I mean, some of these contours can actually last you up to a year, and then all you're having to do is replace the tin, one here, one there, and they're $14 a piece. So it's also very affordable makeup, which is nice, but it's seriously like you're, spending a ton of money on it. It's great, great, and easy makeup. So let's today, just so I can show you how I typically do my liner, let's do a shadow. And the shadow that I think I want to do today is Trust. So it's a darker brown color. It's this one right here. And I am going to go in and spray here. I'll just show you guys. Okay, so just like so. And then I'm going to take my Know Your Angles brush, which has the eyebrow brush at the end, but it's angled here. So I like that the best for my eyeliner. And like I said, I'm gonna dip here in that Stay Spray, and I'm just gonna rub it in that shadow and just line my eye with it. And I like to bring it out a little bit just to kind of give myself that lifted, somewhat cat eye look. Bring it all the way across there. Okay, now I'm gonna do the other side. Let me know if you guys have any questions, you guys. Don't hesitate to, do so in the comments or personal message me anything that you're curious about. Same thing on this side. Okay, so there we go. Hopefully that's even. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes in the computer. But it's looking pretty good there, I think. All right, okay, so let's go on here to the eyebrows. So I'm going to use that darker indigo color that I just showed you guys, which is a contour color, and it's another cream-based makeup, or tint, I should say. Everything really except for the shadows, the powder, and then the Cayman bronzer. There's two different color bronzers. There's the Bella and the Cayman, but the Cayman is the only other powder that we have. Everything else is cream-based. So I'm just going to go in and lightly get these brows here. The lighting's looking pretty good, I think. You guys let me know if you think otherwise. It's cloudy here today, and it's been, sunny and dry for so long. So I'm used to a little bit of that sunshine out there, but this seems to be just fine. All right, and then I'm just gonna go in with my little brush here and brush up. Brows make such a big difference. Okay. Okay, and then the last couple things that I'm gonna do. So for those of you that have oily skin or like an oily T-zone here, I recommend getting the Vanilla Dust powder, the setting powder, or for people that live where it's really hot. It's important to have something to set your makeup as well. And you can do the Stay Spray also, but I'm gonna go ahead and get out my powder brush here and just dip it into it's just a light colored powder. But the cool thing when you guys put this on is it's not gonna change the color of your makeup and make you look like really pasty. It doesn't give you that white, like, ooh, nasty look like some of the powders do. You know what I'm talking about? I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put it, look at that. See, that makes a difference, like right underneath the eye there. And you want to push this in. So you're gonna, I like this end, and you're just going to dabble and push, because that's how you're gonna get that to stay. Yeah, I love that look. And then I kind of like to come up here and do the same thing. Come along my chin a little bit and the sides of my nose in that T-zone area. And like I said, just press. But you guys, if you have really oily skin all over, don't hesitate to use this all over. I mean, you can use it however works best for you. And I feel like just getting the makeup and playing with it is how you guys are gonna learn the most. Okay, so perfect. And the last thing I'm gonna do is go in with my illuminator. And I'm gonna use my rose gold illuminator today, which is this one here. If you guys can see, it's kind of a brown shimmer. I guess I have to do my lips too, but so I guess not the last thing. We're getting there. Okay, so I like to go in and use the illuminator underneath, right on my cheekbone there, so you guys can kind of see as I move that shimmer. Accentuate those cheekbones a little bit. That's my favorite place. And then my second favorite place to use this illuminator is right underneath my eyebrows. And a lot of times what I do is go in with the honey or the pearl, which is a little bit lighter. And I'll just go in right underneath my brow. Like so. Okay, another fun place to use this is on your lips also. But let's go in and put a little lip on. This is my multitasker brush, but this is excellent for your lips. Okay, I love this color, you guys. It's so pretty. But there's so many pretty colors. This is just one of my favorites right now. Okay, so it's fun to do with that real light illuminator. You can see that there. I just kind of blend that in just to kind of accentuate that Cupid's bow a little bit. And then, okay, so if you wanted to as well, this is just another little tidbit that's totally optional. You guys can go in with a contour color and line the lips as well, and that helps to make your lips look a little bit bigger, which is kind of fun as well. I'm not going to do that today, though. I don't want to hold you guys up too long here. So I'm going to put on my mascara. We do not, well, I shouldn't say we, but Maskcara Beauty doesn't have a mascara yet. They're working on it, so hopefully soon, and it'll be amazing. I just know it, just like all their other products. But I'm going to use the Monsieur Big. It's by Lancome. It is one of my favorites right now. I used to really like their Hypnose Drama, but then when they came out with this, I'm liking this one better. So, but like I said, hopefully Maskcara will have their own very soon. Sorry guys, I've got to block my face a little bit to put this on. Okay. All right, and if you guys are, hopping in later, like I said, hashtag replay. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay, there we go. I have a finished look. And you know what else is exciting? I didn't get any mascara all over my eyes, which I have a tendency to do. So I'm getting better at this, yes. Okay, so I love all of you. I'm going to be popping off here shortly, but I did want to say that for those of you that were tuning in from the event this last week, I'm going to be posting those winners tomorrow. Yay! If you have questions, if you have concerns, don't hesitate to personal message me. I will try to get back to you ASAP. So, all right, you guys, have a wonderful night, and thank you so much for joining me.